Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to read aloud the article from the left, that second link on your current event report. Remember, the first one was talking about the cheerleader case. We covered that earlier this week. The latter part of the week, we are going to be covering teachers' free speech in the second link. So from the article from the left, the right, and the center, we are going to be covering that second link for each throughout the rest of the week. Remember, as you read, you're going to be taking 3 or more bullet points worth of notes in addition to the notes that you have already taken about the Brandy Levy or the cheerleader case. And those notes should really focus on just any clarifying pieces of that free speech for the teachers according to each particular case. So anything that kind of clarifies whether or not this should be allowed under teachers' freedom of speech. Sorry. All right. This teacher is fighting back after her school board banned pride flags in the classroom. Sorry, I'm holding back a sneeze. A Nevada school board has told teachers they can't engage in political speech, including having a pride flag or talking about Black Lives Matter. A teacher in Reno, Nevada is quietly protesting a ruling from her school board that says she can't engage in political speech in the classroom, including the display of a pride flag. Jennifer Leah teaches 7th and 8th grade in the Washoe County School District. Leah, who is bisexual, told BuzzFeed News she's the only openly LGBTQ teacher at the school. I usually have a flock of 7th and 8th graders who are trying to learn who they are and how they identify, and they come towards me, she said. She's always kept a pride flag in her classroom, along with an assortment of rainbow paraphernalia that students have given her over her 5 years of teaching. But this year, the flag had to go. Washoe County School District issued a new policy this year that bans partisan political activities during school hours. The policy states that any signage that is displayed on district property that is or becomes political in nature must be removed or covered. When Leah read the policy, she reached out to trustee Andrew Codrill, to ask if the policy included LGBTQ issues. She asked if, for example, she could display rainbows or mention that she has a girlfriend. In an email shared with BuzzFeed News, Codrill replied that yes, LGBTQ issues were included. The courts have held LGBTQ plus issues to be political speech, and thus the rainbow flag is considered to be political speech. So it cannot be expressed through clothing and other means, such as displaying a flag in your class, he told her. So we can go ahead and stop right here. They kind of slowly brought these pieces together for us. The school district issued a new policy. The school district issued a new policy against any political speech, including symbolic speech such as flags, in the classroom, which meant this teacher had to take down her LGBTQ pride flag. He also added that she is allowed to talk about her own sexuality or partner. Who you are is not impacted by this policy, only what is expressed in your class through visual aids, he told her. All right, so we could go ahead that she is allowed to talk about her sexuality and / or partner if she chooses. But for Leah, the pride flag is very much a part of who she is. The issue I have with this is I don't think my existence and my identity is a political issue, she said. I think that being able to have a rainbow flag is as much a part of my identity as anything else. Okay, so she is challenging whether or not this pride flag is a political issue. Challenging whether or not the pride flag is a political issue. She added, it's legal in every state to get married. It's legal for LGBTQ people to exist in this country right now, so I don't see how it's a political issue. It's not just her. Leah said she's been a go-to person for students who are out or questioning their identities. It's important for me because I feel there are students who spend their lives in the closet, and especially in middle school. That is when students are starting to figure out who they are, she said. They go through that time period where they don't know who they are or what they like. For example, she said she had a transgender student this year, and she wants to make sure that student knows they are supported in her classroom. The policy does not affect students who can still express opinions or wear items deemed political. Okay, so she kind of uses it as a beacon for students who are unsure of their sexuality or feel like they need someone to talk to. Okay. Leah posted about the issue on TikTok and shared how many rainbows fill her classroom because, as she says in the video, she just really likes rainbows. It's kind of a funny video if you wanted to check it out. It started off in my first year of teaching with just a rainbow flag. Pretty much all the rainbows added since then have been students giving me rainbow gifts, she said. Cottle told BuzzFeed News that the policy doesn't just include LGBTQ issues, but other kinds of speech such as pro-life, pro-choice, NRA, etc. It is inappropriate for the district as a government entity to select only speech it agrees with. As a result, it is the best interest of our learning communities to ask staff to refrain from all single issue political speech, he said. So we can go ahead and add to these notes. District is eliminating or not allowing, is prohibiting all single issue speech for teachers. He added that the policy is based on the U.S. Supreme Court Janus decision from 2018. When asked about potential consequences for teachers who defy the policy, Codgill said all staff are expected to follow all board policies. He added, but I want to be abundantly clear. The policy does not require staff to hide their own sexuality. Teachers can let students know their sexuality or mention their significant others if they wish, regardless of sexuality. The policy does not impact who a teacher is, it only impacts the advocacy for a specific political position. The school district's policy also includes taking a stance on Black Lives Matter, which has drawn criticism, and students have petitioned the board to reverse its decision.